Let me turn my shit. While Sony acquired Destiny 2 maker Bungie for $3.6 billion in 2022, it repeatedly claimed the creator of Halo and other hits will remain an independent subsidiary. Now, IGN reports that if Bungie's sci-fi MMO keeps failing revenue targets, Sony could dissolve its existing board of directors and take full control of roughly 1,100 people in the studio. It's not just Miami in the game, though. Yeah, there are surrounding areas, but you're missing the context of the conversation. In that video, he said this is what really goes on in Miami. And in that specific moment, they were clearly like on a freeway that looked familiar. I've been in Miami. Like, that doesn't go on in Miami. That's all. It's nitpicking. According to IGN, Bungie's current post-acquisition board of directors consists of the head of PlayStation Studios, Huss, and Sony VP Eric, blah, 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 blah. The structure is based on the studio meeting certain financial targets. However, and if Bungie continues to fall short of them, Sony will take full control of the long-running shooter maker. And that's crazy. Yo, these niggas signed a blood oath deal. We thinking Sony cut Bungie a check. Sony said, we'll cut you a check, but sign this shit in blood. Because if you don't sell X, Y, and Z, we gonna take your shit, bitch. In the wake of 100 layoffs at Bungie in October, Bloomberg reported that the studio has missed its 2023 forecast by 45% following the launch of the disappointing Lightfall expansion, with player counts of Destiny 2 reaching historic lows, at least on PC. IGN reports that Parsons, not Sony, made the decision to lay off staff and institute other cost-cutting measures in order to fill the hole. My thing I will always wonder is, like, why did Sony buy them like 5 years into the release of Destiny 2? Why not buy them during the hype when it first released? Yeah, PlayStation the repo, man. They did a hire freeze. One source told IGN they're probably looking at even more layoffs if it doesn't sell well. Interesting. My question is, what is Sony gonna do with it if they take control? Because anything could happen, right? If they take control of the studio, that doesn't mean they're gonna make more games. We saw what EA be doing. They shut down Visceral Games. They took control of Visceral, who made the original Dead Space. Like, they could, like, low-key, this could be the downfall of Bungie. They could say, we paid for it, it's not worth it, we're destroying it. And we're gonna take your developers and we're gonna put them on other teams. We're gonna go make you work for Naughty Dog. Because we need more Last of Us remaster, so we're gonna break the teams apart. Yeah, Bungie about to make a Ragnarok remaster, for real. They could do whatever they want with them. What's this? That's got to go on the podcast. That's interesting. Let's see. Create a link. Copy. Sony might repo Bungie. Imagine getting turned into a God of War support team. Jokes aside, that's really what could happen. That's really what could happen. That's what they just did that with what's the team for that made it came out early this year, everybody trashed it. With the black girl, the Magic game. What was that shit called? That studio got shut down. And then they made them go work. Forspoken, yeah. That happened for the Forspoken team. They broke the Forspoken team apart, and they took all the developers, and now they're working on Final Fantasy games. They got absorbed into the rest of Square Enix. It could happen. Minecraft movie release date, cast, and everything we know. What the fuck is this about? With the Minecraft movie heading to theaters, here's everything we know about the latest video game blockbuster adaptation. After becoming one of the biggest games of all time, selling over 200 million copies as of April 2021, it felt like it was only a matter of time before Hollywood took its gaze into the pixelated brick world. The project has been in the pipeline as far back as 2012 with the earliest announcement of the title. Who cares? What is it about? After more of a decade of development and several writers and directors in April 2023, the Minecraft movie has officially been given a release date. The movie has been confirmed by Deadline to be in coming theaters worldwide on April 4th, 2025. This comes after the movie was initially slated for a 2022 release date. I think they already made a few of the Bungie folks work for scrapped factions mode on The Last of Us. Gross. However, these plans were abandoned. That's just talking about the 2022. Who's in the cast of the movie? Currently, only 2 names are officially connected to the Minecraft film adaptation: Aquaman and Game of Thrones star Jason Momoa, and What We Do in the Shadows actor Matt Berry. Friendly reminder, Aquaman 2 comes out this month. Probably gonna be horrible. So another movie for Jason to be a part of. Let me chill. The movie might be good. Previously, The Office funny man Steve Carell has been rumored to be attached to the movie. However, due to the film's reworking in recent years, that no longer appears to be the case. Here is another confirmed actor who they're playing in the Minecraft movie. Yo, what the fuck is this? Yo, what is this movie about? What is this movie about? Should be building shit? Well, what happened? Plot details from the Minecraft movie remain scarce. At one point, fans had a pretty good idea of what the movie was going to be about in a blog post announcing the movie's 2022 release date, a story of a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers taking the malevolent Ender Dragon. What? Yo, are there any Minecraft players in the chat? Can any of you fucking nerds, can you translate this to English?
Okay, a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers are gonna take the malevolent Ender's Dragon and the Diamond Minecraft Sword to a portal to the next dimension. And then you're gonna have to roll the dice like Dungeons and Dragons and ride the dragon.
What does this mean? I thought this game was about like bootleg Legos, like just building shit, building big ass dicks and shit with your Minecraft axe or whatever. Oh, yo, shout out to Godly with the sub. Appreciate it. Dragon is the final boss. There's a boss? Fuck this movie. It's a boss? What?
What it do, baby?
It's a note for me. I ain't gonna hold you. I might. It's all about Hello Kitty Adventure. I don't know about y'all. Just shut up, Kai. What up? Freaking I ain't gonna hold you. If I do see the Minecraft movie, I won't see it opening weekend. I gotta wait a week because I feel like opening weekend half the theater will be pedos. I won't be sitting, and they probably stink and smell like piss. Like half the movie theater will be parents with their kids, or like a group of middle schoolers and shit, and the other half will just be a bunch of fucking pedos eating, sucking on lollipops and double fisting Twizzlers and shit.
So you like Minecraft too?
Talking to little Timmy next to him and shit. I will not be in a theater full of that. Fuck that movie. You said, nah, I don't want to go in fear of being associated with those people. See, you didn't even think like that. But this is why y'all got me. Because listen, being an asshole pays off sometimes. I am a fucking asshole. I guarantee you week 1 is going to be full of pedos and weirdos in the fucking movie theater. With Tommy Pickles button-down t-shirts and shit. Big gulp from 7-Eleven.
Oh boy, I got my Twizzlers and my popcorn, my fucking extra large popcorn and shit.
Wait till week 2. Do not see this movie week 1. It'll be fucking weirdos in a movie theater. That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. That's just how I think. There might have been a deleted message. Wait, what? I don't see it. Said a big gulp is crazy. When the last time y'all had a big gulp? Let's go in the sub box. I want to see that food. If you didn't see the Marvels, don't watch this. The Marvels, forgot about that shit. So not for Reddit. That's VR. That's gross. The Burst VR, gross. Gazzlers. I'm not gonna lie, that logo looks like Brazzers. What the fuck? Oh shit! They got Brazzers the video game. Oh shit! Oh shit! What's that about? Neon Odyssey official multiplayer trailer. Must have been a VR event. I'm not watching none of these VR trailers. Yo, shout out to Renaissance with the sub. Appreciate it. More VR. 14 things Avatar Frontiers Pandora doesn't tell you. Number 1, it's just Far Cry with blue people. Just saved you 10 minutes. The day before that fake game is looking like it's going into early access tomorrow. Oh no, man. Tomorrow's the Game Awards. I ain't playing that shit. Mecha Force, that's a VR game. I don't care. More VR. Mobile Suit Gundam Silver VR. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Gundam. We'll look at a Gundam VR game. Do you have any interest in this game called Stellar Blade? I don't know what that is. What is that? Brick Tales. We moving bricks? Shout out to Miles 8 with the sub. It must have been a big event. Must have been a big ass event because there's a lot of trailers in here for VR games, none of which I'm gonna play. I want to get the MetaQuest, but I don't know if I'll ever use it. I've used mine like 3 times. Soul Convergence. Brazen Blaze. I think these are VR trailers too. Damn, bruh. Fuck all this VR shit. Voyeurs of Nera. Is there hype around the day before? I don't know. Is there? You tell me, chat. Y'all excited for that Fate game? Oh, here we go. Tekken 8. Finally, some real games. 4 free softwares that are actually fantastic. I'll be the judge of that. Oh, the Avatar reviews dropped. Hold up. They got Avatar reviews. What the street saying about Avatar, chat? Neon Odyssey, official multiplayer and level edit. Oh, this is a VR game too.
The exit is blocked.
Oh no! It's so...
Some people call me an asshole when I talk about VR games, but I'm like, does this look fun to you? This is a game about, what is this shit? This bitch is cleaning her room up. Not only do you gotta clean your house up for real, now you gotta digitally clean your house in this VR game. Why would I want to do that? I seen someone say Far Cry and Avatar vibes, but now the bow is nice and the movement and the climbing feels good. Oh shit. Yeah, let's go to Avatar. Let's see what the street.
Whenever I think of open world games, I think of Killscreen's review of Fallout 4 by Chris Briault, and the opening line, "Here comes the trash man." Briault discusses an experience of constantly picking up garbage scattered around the game's massive world. It's a description that feels highly applicable to most open world games. Huge, but full of refuse that you spend endless hours picking through and carting around, only to replace it with newer, better garbage. Most open world games are too concerned with filling their worlds, both literally and metaphorically, with a deluge of needless stuff, and it's why I find the genre
I feel like I know where this review's going. This man's about to say another Ubisoft game stuffed with bullshit to do.
Be off-putting. It's the fear of that torrent of trash that made
Busy work.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora surprisingly refreshing and
What?
also endearing.
What?
Frontiers pushes
I was
aside some of the
wrong?
concerns
Oh shit, hold up. I was wrong, chat. Okay.
about sifting through heaps of junk and clearing incessant icons from your HUD by keeping your screen clear so you can appreciate its gorgeous vistas and strange creatures, though it still has a lot of open world staples like numerous activities and an
Oh, this nigga's a liar, bro. All right, so what he said is it's still a Ubisoft open world game full of bullshit, but it doesn't feel like it because the UI isn't full of bullshit. So instead of clicking on icons on your menu to go do things, now you have to randomly find it. And I'd argue that's worse. That means the game is artificially padded. This motherfucker, this is what you gotta read between the lines.
system. These elements feel like they're meant to help you experience the world itself instead of just filling it up with more litter. Two things make Frontiers of Pandora work: its incredible setting and its alien protagonist. I wouldn't consider myself as anything more than passingly interested in the Avatar films, but Pandora, the lush alien world on which
The game does look gorgeous.
is an outstanding location to set a video game.
Avatar
It's
Frontiers
an
again.
enormous and strange place filled with alien plants, creatures that glow in darkness, and wildlife that towers over the landscape. The setting empowers developers at Massive Entertainment with the freedom to use or imagine beautiful landscapes that are always fascinating to explore. The scale of elements like colorful forests or enormous mountains that float in the air is often arresting, and the alien flora that might spit out spores that make you run faster or reach out with electrified tentacles if you get too close, make
tentacle
these
porn?
more than fields you sprint through to get to wherever you're headed next.
You better, hey, right? They better give me the ability to ride in some of that bird in the first hour, exactly. Because if you notice, there's no HUD. I am not trying to just run around in the forest and hope I find something to do.
Discovering Pandora as you work through the game, and its unfamiliar nature helps keep this process engaging. These environments are greatly served by playing as a Na'vi, one of the 10-foot-tall blue alien people who populate Pandora.
I can't take over
Your
world
size
games. I'm
and
finna start
natural
tweaking.
speed and strength allow you to sprint over and climb things with relative ease.
It's like I'm 7 foot or
Pandora is
something.
sprinkled with huge mushrooms, massive snaking roots, and retracting vines that give you a
Not footage of him jumping on the mushroom tip.
reaching its
Whoa.
many heights. The world is not only
Landed
stunning,
right on
but
top
a
of it.
blast to run around in, and your parkour-like abilities let you turn forests, mountains, and enemy bases into playgrounds to leap around. Frontiers of Pandora takes place in the same timeline as the movie's story, but is set on another continent, and it uses that independence to go in some interesting directions. The RDA, a massive Earth corporation, has invaded Pandora in hopes of exploiting and colonizing it. You play a Na'vi who was raised by humans but escapes, with RDA defectors to create a resistance movement, putting you on the familiar, Far Cry-like path of seeking out and working with other Na'vi clans to build a coalition
I heard
against
Far
the
Cry.
invaders. It's a premise that works well to give your protagonist a nascent connection to Pandora that you develop over time, putting you in a position to learn about the world while the story explores ideas of identity, belonging, and colonialism. Throughout Frontiers, you're fighting the technologically superior humans who use mech suits, assault rifles, and VTOLs, while destroying their massive, polluting, industrialized facilities.
The AI is horrible, though.
Ubisoft's
This man
Far
said
Cry
you're fighting the advanced humans while they just ran across the battlefield and got shot. The AI is still horrible. It's a Ubisoft game.
series will recognize Avatar's approach to combat encounters, which are almost always a mix of straight fighting with a variety of weapons and using stealth to gain an advantage over your opponents.
Why does this look so ashy right here? You can't tell me this doesn't look like a PS3 game right here. This actually looks really bad.
Where Frontiers steps away from tried and true Ubisoft ideas is in the mismatch between human enemies and your Na'vi protagonist. The RDA outclasses you in terms of weapons and numbers, and you can't really stand your ground against them. Instead, you have to rely on quick movement and quicker thinking. Your Na'vi abilities let you dash around the battlefield to find cover or climb above enemies, allowing
I'm gonna call cap on that. This is a Ubisoft game. He said you can't rely on your strengths because the humans are stronger, so you have to use your quick thinking. Okay, so you shoot an explosive at the robot. You use your long ass 10-foot legs to run and jump to the corner. Wait till they say, "What was that noise?" Oh, must have just been the wind. Then come out your corner, shoot him again, and run away. I guarantee you that's how the game. I would bet a paycheck that's how the AI works. But he's trying to make it seem like it's deeper than what it actually is.
you to quickly reposition yourself to nail a mech suit's vulnerable heat vents or snipe an explosive.
He just proved my point. Just run away, hide. Oh, it must have been the wind.
Soldiers running around enemy bases, sliding
not
into
strategic.
doorways, and leaping onto high catwalks gives every battle a fast-paced novelty that has you constantly assessing your surroundings for a new spot to regroup or give yourself an edge. Combat is generally fast and exciting, but it's at its best in large areas with a lot of variety to the geography. Enclosed
That man went
spaces
flying.
like the interiors of RDA bases, which you'll find yourself in throughout the story's campaign, are more hit and miss depending on their design. Most of the time though, you feel like a guerrilla fighting savant thanks to Frontiers of Pandora's fast and fluid movement and improvisational nature, without
Bro, the email notification I just got, crying face. What, you just got an email that your card was declined for Pornhub Premium? They cutting you off? Is that what you got?
necessarily being overpowered and unstoppable. Frontier's story is interesting as it ramps up the battle with the RDA, especially in its later hours as the stakes rise, but it also often has the open world problem of spreading you a little too thin, making it tough to remember some characters, especially a few hours after initial contact. Some folks are relegated to side quests that you might not have played too, giving a few people a disposable quality to their character. On a couple of
They email
occasions,
that you went live.
potentially
You get emails?
emotional moments where my
Turn the
character
notifications
was
on your
worried
phone.
or upset about something left me asking, wait, who? That said, the main story has some
Damn. That's problematic. He said all these blue people look alike. The fuck? That's
moments.
crazy.
Climbing the Ikran Rookery, where you get one of Avatar's flying dragon-like creatures to ride for the rest of the game, is a lengthy platforming segment.
It almost looks like
testament
not
to
Far
the
Cry,
game's
but
excellent movement systems. A few missions send you into
Ship with
huge
Faith,
arduous
Mirror's Edge. It looks like
sneaky
Mirror's Edge a little
sabotage
bit.
in a way that would be right at home in dedicated stealth action games. Frontiers of Pandora is just as adept at impressive and over-the-top cinematic story moments as it is with its ambient, open-world systems.
We did not want war.
My biggest question is why make this game? It's because they paid. It's because Ubisoft paid for the license, so they got to. When you pay for something, you got to use it.
Us, warriors. We must bring the fight to them.
When you're not fighting the RDA, you're engaging more directly with Pandora, and the game
Warzone
keeps
3.0
things
is our gaming
compelling by
back.
pushing
You want to play Warzone, Siggy?
around you rather
Do I
than
need Modern Warfare 3 to play that shit?
markers and HUD waypoints to guide you. You're sent to mission objectives and crafting materials by written directions that reference your compass, landmarks,
is it on
and
Steam?
place names, which
it
helps
fun?
make the world feel more like a place you're a part of rather than a landscape you're just passing over. Navi vision, an ability that highlights certain things in the environment, is key to discoveries.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in the mood to play Alan Wake today. I'm kind of
Enemies
tired.
through walls, picks out which plants you can forage from, and brings up a single mission-specific waypoint.
Maybe
that
I
helps you
download it
get
if it's
where
free.
you're going without constantly pulling up your map. It's an inclusion that,
Shout out to Zayna with the sub.
on one hand, it moves you closer to the idea of feeling like a Navi, helping you function as a hunter and gatherer on Pandora, and provides a combat advantage fights would probably be too difficult and annoying without. On the other hand, you'll activate Navi vision almost constantly to do just about everything,
So
which
this shit got eagle vision.
makes it feel like a crutch that undercuts the otherwise quite minimalistic.
Word on the street is this
approach to
game's
the
alright,
UI.
lol.
The Navi
It looks
vision
alright. It just looks alright.
pair well with Frontiers of Pandora's big emphasis on crafting, which is how you improve your character to take on tougher creatures, enemies,
Hey, put it
and
in the
story
group chat.
missions. Despite crafting being a big part of the game, it relies
The Go
a
Live
lot
note
less
is hilarious.
on the collection and annoying busy work that is
I was being
common in
serious.
open-world games. Each new weapon or piece of armor only requires 2 items, such as a plant root and a predator tooth, to make. The quality of the item, how much damage it does, or how much health it grants
Did he
you
listen, though?
is
He listened.
determined by the quality of the ingredients.
He described a link though. He didn't link.
Crafting from
He couldn't help
being
himself. He
slow, while
described
still
a link.
incentivizing you to forage and hunt for better items, which is itself in keeping with the overall idea of learning to live and survive on
The link was good though. It was for a Wu-Tang video game, so I'm gonna give him a pass.
The game provides you with the information for where better materials can be found, but expects you to track them down yourself. Picking a plant or peeling bark from a tree without damaging it also requires you to find the right angle from which to pull, and with a controller, that means gauging the rumble of your controller while you move the analog stick around to find the sweet spot. It's a small
Alright, this nigga yapping. What's the score?
trial and error process. Investigations are never complicated, so it's simple enough to brute force them when you're not getting it. But that just undercuts the idea of using your skills
Would you actually
to
play
figure
this if I got it for free? I'm not paying for this shit.
out things even more. And sometimes clues are hard to spot, so you'll wander around for minutes
But
staring.
this doesn't look
around,
like it's a game of the year
wondering what you're
contender. It doesn't
missing.
look like
And
anything I gotta really
investigations
play.
always come to the same conclusion of providing you with a trail to follow using your Navi vision. Investigations are a fun idea that are meant to make you feel like a skilled tracker, but they never quite pay off in a satisfying way. Still, most of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora's work to emphasize the world of its open world is very effective. I frequently was diverted to sneak into an enemy base in service of zapping mechs and blowing up industrial equipment, or to stop and forage for bowstrings and armor bark. Pandora is
Still
often
yapping.
magnificent, and I stopped repeatedly just to look around and take it in. Best of all, I never felt like an open world trash man, dumping junk on the way to the next map marker. Instead, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora made me feel like I was adventuring in a place worth exploring, and I'm eager to go back.
8 out of 10. I can feel it. Wow. You gave it an 8. What did I saw IGN. Let's see, IGN. What's this shit called? Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Gave it an 8. Let's see what they give it. We're gonna skip to the score.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora features a stunning alien world to explore, countless enemy bases to destroy and Na'vi clan side quests to complete, and no shortage of exotic flora and fauna to harvest and hunt. However, its combat is pretty one-dimensional, its mission design is a bit on the repetitive side, and its environment is generally lacking in any major surprises beyond visual splendor.
It's funny because, and this is why you gotta listen to multiple people. This dude is saying the polar opposite of what the last dude said. The last dude said, it's breathtaking, and I really immersed myself. I'm like, I'm suspicious of that just because it's a Ubisoft game, not because it's Avatar. He's saying what I suspected this game is, repetitive.
Meaning that Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a solid shooting adventure that's more inside the box than truly out of this world.
This one is more straightforward and to the point.
For more
yeah, I feel like that one, I believe that's 7 more. It's probably in the middle of 7, 7.5. I don't believe that game's